Good evening. My name is Amelia Grace. I stand before you now at the age of 85, and I ask you to close your eyes just for a moment and imagine a little girl standing alone in the rain, holding a broken watch. That little girl was me. Tonight, I will tell you how she became a woman who built an empire from nothing. At 12, I began selling hand-drawn greeting cards outside the school gates. They were ugly, if I'm honest, clumsy drawings of hearts and sunsets, but I smiled when I sold them, and that smile was my first investment. People didn't buy the cards because they were pretty. They bought them because a little girl believed in them. And that belief, that spark, would one day build empires. By 16, I was washing dishes at a diner and saving every dollar I could. I kept my father's broken watch in my apron pocket, though it didn't tick anymore. It was a reminder that time was still watching me. There were nights I slept behind the diner, under the open sky. Sometimes I would hear people laugh inside while I cleaned their plates. I used to whisper to myself, one day I will dine in those places, not as a servant, but as a guest. When I turned 18, my mother passed away quietly in her sleep. No funeral, no family, just me and the echo of her last words. At 24, I started my first business, a tiny home-based company making recycled notebooks. I called it Grace Paper Co. My capital? $45 and an old printer I bought from a thrift shop. I walked door to door, pitching my products to schools and cafes. 99 doors closed in my face. The 100th opened. That one cafe order became a chain, and that chain became a network. Within 2 years, I had 3 employees and a rented workspace. But success comes with storms. Suppliers cheated me, clients delayed payments, and banks refused loans. I was a young woman in a man's business world. They laughed when I spoke, and they stopped laughing when I succeeded. By 35, I owned a manufacturing unit and distributed eco-friendly stationery across 10 states. Reporters called me the paper queen. But then came betrayal. My partner embezzled half our funds and disappeared. Overnight, I was bankrupt again. I remember standing outside the shutter. And now, at 85, I stand here with trembling hands and eyes that have seen too much. From the dust of poverty to the glass towers that bear my name. People ask me, "What was your secret, Amelia?" I tell them this: success isn't about money. It's about remembering who you were when you had nothing. It's about forgiving the world for being cruel and still choosing to build beauty in it. When I look back, I don't see the buildings or the awards. I see a little girl standing in the rain, holding a broken watch, and I whisper to her, "You did it, Millie. Time bowed to your courage."